I'm going to run you through a really quick, easy rig to tie. It's a very effective rig for fishing over bait, and it's called the D-rig. Similar in the way that you construct it to a chod rig, the way you have a D on the back of the hook, but this way, by using it with a memory-free type material like shore flow, you can tie up a rig so that any fish coming in and mouthing the hook bait will find it very hard to get rid of the hook afterwards because of the orientation. If I quickly show you how to tie it. Today I'm using the 20-pound version. If I was fishing somewhere with bigger fish and really heavy weed, I might consider the 30-pound one. Just tie off a section a bit longer than the finished rig that you want to use, and knotless knot on the hook of your choice. For this style of rig, you really want to go for a slightly outturned eye or a straight eye. So from our range, the Gardner range, you're either looking at the chod hook, this one's a size 6 that I'm tying up at the moment, or an incise. Either hook is very good for this style of rig. 7 or 8 turns on the chod hook on the knotless knot is just about right, and you'll end up with a very effective hooking arrangement on the end. Just this is the very start of it. To this you need to add on a small rig ring onto the tag that's left from that knotless knot. What you're going to do with this tag now is turn it back on itself and push it back through the eye of the hook, and then to keep that in position you're going to blob back using a lighter and melting the material so that you end up with a nice neat small D on which to mount your hook bait. And having trimmed back that tag end, just simply get the lighter and very carefully melt the material at the end of the tag, being careful not to heat up the actual hook link itself. What you'll end up is a small blob of molten material. That's what we mean when we say blobbing it. And a lovely neat D on the back of the hook, just like that. That will stay in position because of that lump of material now that's holding it in position. To finish off the rig, we're nearly there already, it's that simple. Tie up a simple knotless knot for quick attachment. It also means that, say you're attaching it onto a quick chain swivel like our little flexi ring swivels, you get a point where there's a hinge, and that also helps this rig work because it allows the small rig to twist and turn when the fish is picking up. Always be careful to tighten down your knots fully, especially with nylons. It's really important because that will avoid it slipping and anyone losing any fish. And that's really essentially it. Make sure that the D is on the back of the shank nice and neat. If you want to straighten it off by holding it over a kettle, that would be a nice finishing touch. Then you've just got to tie on a hook bait. So this is the finished rig on the helicopter lead arrangement. I prefer it this style because it enables you that when you cast out, the lead hits the bottom and the stiff hook link will settle down nice and gently down next to it. This is one of our ready tied lead cord leaders. You can make your own, but these are done perfectly, so if you're not sure and you want a template to start when you're tying your own, it would be a good starting point. What you see I've done is they're supplied with a small quick lock flexi ring swivel, and just by sleeving it with a little bit of 2mm tubing, I retain that hinge point which allows the rig some flexibility when a carp comes up and inhales it. The other thing I've got on this rig is a small 12mm bottom bait. This is a Carp Company cranberry one, and what that does in conjunction with the relatively big size 6 hook is you find it settles down ever so gently, and when the fish is coming along munching about on whatever freebies you've got in the area, that will lift up and see the way that hook turned immediately so that the hook point was facing down. That's in the perfect position to take a really good strong hook hold. That's pretty much it. the world's your oyster. You can go out, you can try different hook bait variations, maybe different hook link materials, but that as a basic concept is a really good solid rig to get cracking on with.